did it. I did it. I did it.
I think we all did it.
Oh, boosh, boosh, boosh.
I think Cowboys Nation did it.
Boosh, boosh, boosh.
Boosha loosh.
Boosh, 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 boosh.
Boosh it up. Just boosh it up.
Boosh.
Just boosh it up.
Hey, let's get one of these. Let's get a trip. Let's get a trip of these.
A trifecta, crack 'em.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Crack 'em if you
Crack
got
'em if you got 'em, son.
And this trifecta Crack'ems is sponsored by Drip. Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Drip. 89 calories.
Only 89 calories.
All the favor, all the flavor. That's
89 calories will rev you up.
All of that flav up in you. I got my pink lemonade in me.
I did just have a piece of gum though, and you know when you have gum and then you have something really cold, it's very cold.
It
on
gets
the
you.
mouth.
It's that mint.
Yeah, let me.
This
give it
is
a try
extra
here.
cold today.
Extra cold, baby.
Yeah, that's cold, but it's tasty. And guys, I'm sitting over here. You can't see it on camera, but our boneyard from the draft weekend,
Oh, yeah, they can see it on camera.
it's overflowing. Bandwagon Baba she's laughing.
Oh.
She's loving that.
She's just clicking her heels. Shekels.
She's looking at that.
Shekels.
That is, I mean, there's got to be, what did we, 3 cases of
Yeah.
drip?
Oh, yeah, that's,
Well, hey, AJ and I, 3 cases. Ad didn't kind of skipped out on the last day.
last day though. After the first 2 days, and it's like super rare that I do this. But when you used to go camping and have a nice 3-day long bender, and the third day is all or 4-day long, you know, that last day you're always just kind of it's you're never really getting as drunk as you were the first.
It was impossible.
2 because
And the first night we were doing screeches.
Shots.
We were doing some
Don't forget
Alzuls.
we were also drinking the night before draft,
Right.
watching
I
Remember the
took- I
Titans.
took a pretty chill that.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna do some behind baseball here. I do think next year, no matter what, no matter how tired we are, we still have to do a Sunday show. I think we have to, even if it's just a quick wrap up or quick grades. I just think we should have done it. I think we missed it.
Oh, you mean like after the draft Sunday? Yeah.
Sunday. I mean, we fucking streamed 20 hours, but it could have been 22 hours.
Could also do this. Yeah. Well, because our show's on Sunday, I was going to say, because the draft ends around, 3 p.m., could also just have a 2-hour break, grab some grub,
True.
talk, get
That's
some
true.
chicken wings, get Adam on the grill in just a cook robe.
You're right.
That's true.
You're right, though.
And then come back
That's true.
and do a little bit of a roundup.
That is true also.
Well, Swag Official says with a $20 super chat.
Oh, Big Daddy.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, this is from Big Daddy."
Did he actually?
No, he goes, "So happy,
he did.
so happy I found this channel. I'm ashamed, or Jerry's ashamed. He hasn't acknowledged the CanFan channel for hitting 20K. So here's 20 for 20K.
Yeah,
dog.
baby. Oh, hey, and
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for that, Swag Official. Good segue, and not only a great super chat, and we appreciate it, but CanFan boys, we did it, and because the CanFan Maniacs, we're at 20K. We're 20. We got a small fucking town.
Yeah,
CanFan Maniacs. We will raid a bitch if we have to.
Oh,
If we
yeah.
Me too. And we got a couple warriors in this town.
We will raid a
Our
bitch.
town is pretty pretty libertarian, pretty free. There's some scrapping, but it's also we allow, like, I forget which state it is. It might be Washington, but if you want to scrap, you can be like, okay, me and you, we're gonna
Duel it
scrap,
out.
and you can duel it out on the street.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
You should be able to.
You can't just run up and punch someone.
No,
That's-
but if two parties agree to some fisticuffs,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be illegal.
police
that's-
go, hey, let him go, let him have it.
They said they wanted to fight.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
that should be
it's
I
like
think
when
that should be okay.
remember when we first got to intermediate level for lacrosse and fighting was like you get a 4-minute penalty. So everyone's just squaring off like a regular street
Yeah.
fight, taking your buckets off and you're going at it. That's what our town's like.
I don't think I was more excited for anything in my life to get to be the age of intermediate when it was like, okay, I can now fight.
I can fight
I was
legally. I can fight legally.
I can fight and get a penalty, and
Yeah.
then I get to go out again. And there was times that my second fight, you'd then get kicked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anthony-
hey, you get 2 in.
Yeah, you get 2 in.
2 in, maybe a goal,
A
2
freebie,
assists.
yeah, a
2
freebie.
fights.
But hey, 20K, our town,
Hey.
our CanFan Maniacs, we
Yeah.
appreciate the hell of you guys. If you haven't checked out the video that BW1 made, I think it's our channel trailer now. It's definitely worth a watch. We've met a lot of cool people, a lot of cool content creators, and Man, we're just getting started, baby.
Hey,
Yeah, this is
Road
this
to
is-
100K or road to 50K? What should we say?
Road to 50K.
Road to 50K.
Okay, road to 50K.
2050, 100 seems appropriate.
Oh man, and just think, as soon as we get that, if once we hit our 100K marker, and knowing where we should manifest it and find a spot in the Studs where we just put the outline for the 20K placard that we're gonna get.
You mean the 100K?
I think the
100K, yeah.
Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I would hate to move it.
Yeah, it's got
behind Ant, but I
That's the
think that's
plaque.
where it goes.
That
That's the
or
plaque.
over his shoulder right here. So it's kind of in view, but it's not like the main thing in view.
Okay.
All right, enough S in our own D's. We're still away. We still got a long way to go.
Crack him,
Oh, yeah.
crack him,
Crack
and
'em if you got 'em.
Crack him and rate him, says Stephen White.
Yeah,
Hell
crack
yeah.
him.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
Here it is.
20K's done. We did a bunch of draft streaming on the weekend, but the draft is done. The NFL draft is done, guys.
Yeah.
That takes up a big portion of our time between the Super Bowl and now, and it's done. I'm not going to say I'm relieved it's done, but it's nice to know what rookies are joining the Dallas Cowboys, and now we're getting kind of the outline of what this team could be, which is it's an exciting part of the season.
It is absolutely. Let me pull up a list of our picks here.
Well, AJ's doing that. Not only that, so while AJ's doing that, the next big thing is the schedule release May 14th.
It's on a main.
Wednesday.
It's on a main event. So finally,
2 weeks from now.
it aligns, and we're
We're
doing a show.
We might even book our Vegas hotel live. We're doing it live. That's something we got to do right away.
Oh, yeah.
Once we have the schedule release,
Well, if you
book our Vegas hotel.
I think
And
we do,
probably
we,
flights.
We do hotel over an Airbnb for Vegas. Stay on the Strip.
Yeah. Stay on the Strip, or even Old Vegas. I'd be all right with.
Well, Old Vegas, then you're fighting Ubers the whole time.
That's
at
true.
least.
Also, you could
We
just
want to
walk.
just walk to Allegiant. So
Hey,
you can walk from Old Vegas. This one dude that picked me up in the Uber when we were there in
and get-
February, he's
get
like,
mugged.
I walk once a year. I go Old Vegas to there. It takes me 4.5 hours. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's a WJ.
That
That's a
sounds-
WJ solo mission.
no, I don't know, man. Not in that heat.
Not in that heat.
No, when I stayed in Fairmount, I didn't mind it because there was that over. There's like a walk that has like this.
Well, and you were
Cover.
also there. What time of year?
Oh, September. So
Okay,
it
it's
was
still pretty hot.
still pretty warm,
Still
but
pretty hot in September.
yeah, you can hide behind buildings.
It's
That's-
good. It's good and toasty till October.
So are we gonna? Yeah, it is. Are we gonna do? We're not gonna talk really schedule release tonight at all. That's gonna be
Yeah, we might as well wait till the
next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday.
Well,
I think next Wednesday we do our
preview.
prediction.
Yeah.
Prediction
Oh yeah,
preview,
prediction preview.
what
yeah.
we're looking forward to, games we can't miss, shit like that.
Before I pull up our picks and our UDFAs, and we can just discuss those. I think we do that, and then we can also discuss anything that happened in the draft that was a story or a player that went to we don't have to dive into it, but Jihad Campbell going to the Eagles, for example.
There was a couple when that's a good call because there was a couple players that the opposing teams that we kind of have rivalries with
that we
we
Yeah.
really liked. So
But
I like that.
I have a quick 3-minute confrontation story for you guys.
Oh God,
Oh,
I know.
really? Nice.
Yeah.
with you?
With me.
Did it involve you going to see The Accountant too last night at the movies?
No.
Okay.
Which
Did you
was
actually go?
I was gonna say 85% of your confrontations happen at movie theaters, but this isn't at a movie theater.
no, and that's because they're in my fucking seat.
Yeah.
Get out of my seat. No. The Accountant 2 was awesome. Really
I wanna
funny.
see it.
And really well done. But so I went to Canadian Tire. I had to pick up a gate to keep my dog on the balcony. And I go in and I'm a little confused. I even talked to a woman because I'm like, where's aisle 3?
That's a first.
I know. I'm like, where's aisle 3? Because when I look at it, there's all toys. She's like, no, you got to walk through the toys and there's the pet stuff in the back. I'm like, okay. So I walk through the toy aisle, which I stopped at because I saw all these toys. Kept going. Oh yeah, lo and behold, there's the gates. Found one that will work. Go to the self checkout, scan it, pay, get stuck behind an old man, shuffle my way out. And as I'm walking to my car, this guy comes running out. He's like, hey, stop. You took something. And I'm like looking around thinking someone else is running. And he's coming at me. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I need to look in that box. I'm going to paraphrase a bunch of the conversation. I'm like, I think I know this guy, or I'm not remembering who this guy is. And this is a joke. He's like, yeah, you took some Lego. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, I was like, this is a joke.
When it's so
right?
wild that you
Yeah.
don't know how to react.
Yeah, I was literally like looking around, like, looking at him, like, do I know you? He's like, yeah, you took Lego. Mind you, I am wearing like I could. I'm dressed like a
Someone that would steal Lego.
probably like I wasn't. I was dressed in my sweats and shit like that. Like, and I'm just kind of. But I'm not running away from this guy at this point. I'm outside, and I stopped, and he comes running. But yeah, there's Lego in this box. I need to look in your box. I'm like, then now I get a little upset. I'm like, I'm not. What the fuck? Because I'm thinking Lego.
Did you say what the fuck to him?
Oh, I was fucking pretty irate, let me tell you. Because he's stopping me in front of the store while
Well, now he's
everyone's
making
watching.
it seem like you've stolen.
Now and if he would have been like, anyways, things escalate to the point where he threatens to like, I'm like walking away and he threatens to fight me.
And he works there.
And he works, well, I'm assuming, I don't
Yeah.
even know who this fucking guy is at this point. I'm literally thinking he's a dad. He's dressed like a dad on Sunday, bringing the
Secret
kids to
shopper,
soccer
maybe?
Yeah, like I'm like, he's like, we found a box by where you were. I checked the cameras. I'm like, dude, you checked the cameras and you saw me take something in 5 seconds. He's like, I'm like, anyways. I was like, Lego, what the fuck am I going to do with Lego? Apparently, though, Lego can be pretty
Yeah, I've heard it's
expensive, right?
yeah. Well, people steal it and sell it on Facebook Marketplace and make bank.
Yeah. And so I'm like, look, fine. Does this box look opened at all? And he's still denying it. I'm like, well, bring your fucking guy. I'm not going back. He's like, keeps trying to tell me to come back in the store. I'm like, no, because at this point, I'm like, if I go in there, you're going to arrest me now. It's just going to be something. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not going back in your store. And don't threaten me again in nice words. But his supervisor comes out. I tell him what's going on. And as they're talking, I'm like, I'm out of here. So I just grab my shit and leave. They follow me to my car. And I'm just like, what's going on? And the guy's like, doesn't really explain anything. But I just stuck my hand out, shook his hand, his manager's hand, who was rightfully kind of confused. Right? He just walks out to his employee and me face to face yelling at each other in front of the store. Anyways, naturally, I fucking call Canadian Tire and complain.
Oh yeah, you got to.
And
Would you get free Lego?
no, I just was like, I was like, the guy took a picture of me. Like, I don't want to come to your store
Ever again?
And be on the wall.
No, and be on
as
the
guy-
wall and be like, oh, this guy steals. And I'm like, you didn't find anything fucking on me. Why would I take Lego? And that's when he explained to me, he's like, look, we have had a lot of people actually stealing Lego. They would dump products out of boxes and put it in. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that's one way to go about, like I can totally understand that and wouldn't care. But to just come out and say, hey, stop, you stole Lego. I need to take you inside. I'm like,
Yeah, who does
so,
that?
anyways, sorry about the
No, I like
detour
it.
there, but
Well, that Justin Gordon sponsored that story with a $5 super chat saying DC for life.
Yes.
Brent Packer.
I was really hoping. Sorry, we did get face to face, and luckily he was smaller than me. And I was just thinking in my head, I hope this guy doesn't call my fucking bluff right now.
Brent Packer guy goes, AJ's been talking for a while now, but I'm kind of baked, so I have no idea what he's going on about.
Sorry, guys.
No, I like it. And now the great Lego heist.
The great.
I know. So we'll see next time I go
I'm
in
gonna
if
start
I'm on a
yelling.
fucking...
I'm gonna start yelling if we're in a store. This guy's stealing Lego.
I hope I go there and your picture's on the wall.
Yeah, fuck.
I'd be livid.
Rolando Rodriguez says Cowboys CanFan. Cheers. What's up from Texas? Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Sup?
Gus earlier said, I think 100 can fans would beat the crap out of a gorilla. Like you're seeing that.
Oh
all
yeah,
over
that's
the place
all
right
over
now.
the place, man. I would love to see that though, like 100 people versus a gorilla.
There's
I
no
think
fucking way. There's no
destroy it.
fucking
You
way.
wouldn't be able to stop. You wouldn't be able to stop with like no weapons, right? Like you wouldn't be able to have weapons.
Okay, but here's the
100
thing.
guys couldn't take on a chimpanzee. I've seen that Chimp Nation or whatever.
With the weapons,
The
you
chimpanzee,
could.
you'd have...
No
No,
weapons.
you wouldn't...
No weapons.
Yeah, no weapons. You'd have a
No
very hard
weapons.
time.
Fists. A gorilla would kill the
They would just have to
first 20
spin.
very quickly,
Yeah.
and then we'll see how the other 80 feel about running in and trying
Yeah.
to fight it.
After you get fucking
After you
smashed.
watch 20 of them get their skulls crushed and jump on it and not be able to do shit to
you
it.
would have to like they'd have to
You have to.
everyone
Everyone
would
would
have
have
to
to
be-
grab it and then just punch it in its thick skull for how long?
yeah.
I don't think you would be able to do anything. Bandwagon Baba also says, so you should have opened the box and proved you didn't take it. That's a Bandwagon Baba
Yeah,
thing
but
to
that-
say. She does no idea.
But
When-
then
Yeah,
but
but-
then they would have seen all the Lego.
Baba, he was actually at one point was holding the box. Like I gave the box to him to look at, and he didn't want to look at the box, and so then I grabbed it back and was like, "Fine."
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
leave it.
That's
like
that,
though. Like at one point,
Here,
I was like,
take a
"Fine,
look.
take it then." Like look at it, and he just held it and stood and was like continued to tell me to come to the store. I'm
See,
like,
I would have
"No."
been like rage ripping the box open. Where the fuck's the Lego?
Yeah.
Show me the fucking Lego. You want to make a scene? We're making a scene.
Hey, that would have been the better way to do it, but you know. Anyway,
I commend you. That's a tough situation because then you're also getting embarrassed with everyone looking.
Oh,
at you
yeah,
as
it
a
was-
little
Well,
fucking
then that's
dirt-
when you
like a
got
little dirt
That's
thief.
when you got to ramp it up.
Yeah, like a little dirt. Thief
Ramp
out
it up
there.
to 100.
Hunt it. Okay, what do we got going on in Cowboys news?
well, we just got a little breakdown here of all our draft picks. Can go through and check out our boys here. Before we even go through, Anth, who's our third? Who did we pick third round?
Don't look. You can't look. Who did we pick third round?
We took Siobhan Revel.
Okay.
Me and Adam.
We're sitting
couldn't
here, and I
think.
was like, I can't remember who.
And
we-
it's not Siobhan. They've I guess
Siobhan?
it's Savon. The
Oh,
H is,
Savon.
yeah, the
Savon
H is,
Revel?
the H is silent.
do you, do, you-
Savon,
do you know
okay.
how
Don't
to
you ever put me on the spot.
do you know how
there,
to actually pronounce Blue's first name?
Jaden?
Jadon.
What about Jadian?
That's why I kept on saying Jadian because I like Jadon isn't Jaden, it's Jadon Blue.
Jadon Blue.
Jadon Blue.
Debatable.
No, you know it if you were a Hookem guy, which I thought you were, because you aren't.
I didn't even know what number he was.
23.
He's not a
Yeah,
hook.
we know that now. I'm not. I'm a fucking Notre Dame Fighting
I
Irish.
know now he is. At first
Oh,
he was versing the
You think I cheer for a team that quarterback goes in the 7th round? Hell nah, brah.
Cowboys Chris is in the chat. He says, AJ, you look good in maize and blue. Go blue.
I see
You
what
want-
he's
you want-
doing.
he's
I see what
buttering
he's
me up.
doing.
I
Who is this? What are they called? The guys
the
who
recruiter.
a
No,
recruiter?
Booster. He's trying
Booster.
to
He's a booster.
Well,
boosting him.
I messaged Chris today, and we were talking Wolverine Go Blue talk, and I said I was asking him about a bunch of questions. He's like, this is gonna make me cry because we were talking about
You guys were talking shop.
we're talking shop.
College shop. Here, okay, let's before you go through it.
Yeah.
Well, AJ, you went through the list already, but I mean, I could probably name to Blue, but then I can't really think who got drafted.
Well, one of them is the tackle. I just don't
It was
know his
Blue,
name.
then it was the linebacker, which I can't remember his name. Turner,
James
Sherman.
Sherman.
Shamar James,
and
Shamar
then
James.
and then the tackle,
and then the tackle, which we can't.
Jay
Tackle was-
Jay Atoy,
Jay Atoya,
and then who was after that?
Mafi,
No, Maffa was 7th round.
Mafi.
Alpha was 7th. There was a tackle who has a long,
yes.
complicated name.
Offensive tackle.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So I can't.
AO.
But we'll go through.
AO.
it.
AO the OT.
I just, I stick to the top 5 picks, but we'll go through it. This is it. We're on the CanFan website.
How about we
here.
do this? How
Let's
about we do this?
Let's go through
We'll
it.
go through this, and I'll pull up the draft buzz of each of our boys.
Let's do it.
Okay?
I dare you. Just don't. When you're on Tyler Booker, do not look at his measurables.
No, we take it for what it is.
Everyone, I mean, this is the thing. I was looking at a bunch of websites and it interviewed 2 analysts and then an AFC executive, and they gave their grade, like on their big boards, the rounds that they had on each player. And the top 3 picks were all first and second grades for the Cowboys.
Yep.
Like Revel had a second. Well, we had Revel as a day 2 pick or a round 2 pick on our board. So for us to get him in the second or in the third, we got to be pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, I think you. I've done a lot of thinking because we were so high about the RB and the wide receiver because of the 12 spot, the potential to get a handful of guys, and we definitely. The sad thing is the guys that we wanted, for the most part in round 1 were available. A bunch of guys that we wanted were.
I think
available.
that was the head fuck.
That was the head fuck, and then the Cowboys go ahead and do a very Cowboys move. And Cowboys moves can be positive or negative.
Yeah, this could turn out to be a great pick. Look at this. The last time the Cowboys had a Cowboy move, taking a guard. The last time, well, they used a tackle technically, but when Tyler Smith got drafted, I wasn't overly excited about it. Now I'm over here rocking his jersey, looking great.
Well, let's say Tyler Booker comes in and he is who we think he is, or who we hope he is, I should say, and who the Cowboys think he is. And we know who Tyler Smith is. Cooper Beebe takes his step up, right? And Guyton takes his step up. that offensive line just got a whole shit of a lot better. No disrespect to Zach Martin, who put in his time for the Dallas Cowboys, but out of his career, he
Better
had his,
compared to last year, we'll say.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. His last year was his worst year ever, and he was injured for a couple games.
Yeah,
you know?
he missed a bunch of the season.
Missed a bunch of the season. So bringing in a guy, if he is just better than last year's Zach Martin, and hopefully turns into Zach Martin 2.0, that's an offensive line that you can keep together for 5 to 10 years. You'd have to, of course, find a replacement here for Steele. But what about Steele? Maybe Steele starts to play
Maybe
better.
he figures it out. This is the thing. The Cowboys went into this draft looking for character-type players. Guys that loved football, guys that had high IQ, football IQs, right? Tyler Booker, every interview I have of him, he's like, I don't know if you guys saw the clip when Micah starts freaking out about him.
Yep.
Like, he's talking about, he's like, well, you know what's fun for me when I start seeing the fun in the guy's eyes that I'm playing against leave because they're dealing with me. And then Micah starts going crazy.
Yeah, the hype.
Like, that's dope shit. And then same thing with Ezeiruaku. Like,
Oh man,
same thing. The guy, I'm most excited about
I was
him.
just gonna say, it feels like we got somebody who
We were totally not expecting.
not expecting him, and when you look at him, you're like, how did this guy fall to us at 44?
Boston College, man. That's it. So
That's
this is AJ pulled up the clip that I was thinking
You
of.
had one of my favorite quotes of the entire draft process. You said, quote, I make guys not love football anymore. What does it feel like to see the love of football leave someone's eyes?
It feels great, you know, like football is a child's game. So like people wake up, be like, man, I can't wait to play this football game today. They listen to their hype music, they take all the pre-workout, they get so excited to play football until they come across Tyler Booker. And then when I'm going after you, quarter after quarter, play after play, series after series, and I start to see that love leave their eyes, like that's what makes me love the game. Like I just really love.
like that.
seeing-
I like that.
I just love
Yeah, you just got me right. Hey, he got me ready to go. I ain't gonna lie. He got me ready to go.
Bro, I'm gonna play right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Like that's a pretty sweet quote.
Yeah.
Michael Parsons looks 40 fucking years old.
Well, yeah, he's getting a little bit of receding hair, but that's okay. He's gonna
That's
he's
how
gonna
he
keep
rolls.
he's
Good,
gonna
hey.
keep- he's gonna keep it short.
But that's the answer you want from a first-round draft pick.
Shit, yeah. Why the hell not? That's the answer I want. Like, I know, and this is the thing. Like, when Mozzie got picked, Mozzie was saying some cool like stuff that kind of won us over. But it took us a while to get won over by Mozzie. Like, it's Tyler Booker pick. He was the best guard available in the whole draft. Mozzie wasn't in his draft class, right? Tyler Booker was, if you were looking at guards, who's the best guard on the board? From day one, it was Tyler Booker.
Yep. From Alabama, so you know he played some high-quality teams, and
And he started. He I think he had all freshman honors. He played at the IMG Academy in high school, so he's always played at the top of his competition.
let me just say this. The fact that we did draft a running back and 2 running backs who I'm actually pretty excited about makes this pick that much better.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
Bringing in a guy. We're very lucky, and maybe this is all. Maybe the Cowboys get more credit than we were giving them for planning it out a little
And
bit
holding
more
off
smarter
a little
and
bit.
holding off a little, because I still think, yes, we didn't get maybe potential all-star tier, but we got starter tier. 2 running backs that I think could battle for
to
the
turn into something.
turn into
and one of
something.
them, like Blues got that home run hit ability.
Blues got
He
that home
does.
run, and
Oh.
Maffa is a big boy. He's
Maffa, like if
234 pounds.
he
or
had
something
he
like
had
that.
a shoulder injury last year, so he was limited in his play. But like when you watch some of his tape, you're like, this guy, he's not as slow. Like his draft, his combine speed. When you look at the tape, it's like, I don't know, he doesn't look slow to me. It looks like he just takes him a little bit to get going, and
He's
then
like
he
a train.
accelerates.
It's like
So,
a train, takes a little bit.
Well,
Riker, it was funny because it was the night before. Riker was all when we played, and none of us knew who the fuck Phil Maffa was.
Well, we'll get to Maffa,
Yeah.
Ad. We'll get to
Well,
Maffa.
No, I'm sorry for
AJ
bringing
brought
it
him
but
up.
I did. So,
AJ, we'll get to Maffa, okay?
Okay. Adam, don't ever fucking
Okay,
throw me under
okay,
the bus.
okay.
Ad,
Uh,
you have to.
Tyler Booker, 6'5", 321.
We looked at him
seven-
a bunch. We did
Yeah,
look at him.
We looked at him a bunch.
We never drafted him.
There-
Again, guard just never seemed like something in my brain to take, but I do like it now.
Look at this. if I'm looking at this, I see the 90% pass blocking, which is great for a guard to be a really good pass blocker. That's super intriguing. And then run blocking isn't anything to be ashamed about, 72%. However, they come up with that ranking. Where do we take it? This is Draft Buzz, baby.
But one thing here, and the reason that we maybe never took them in the first, if you scroll up a bit, AJ.
Yep.
They had, sorry, down just below the things that you're looking at there. Draft projection, like below that the percentage there.
Up?
Yeah, right there. Stop.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know.
Okay.
My brain froze. But you got draft projection. They had early second, overall rank 35, and position rank 7. Position rank, that's offensive line, so you can't look at that as guard. But this is the thing. We rely heavily on PFF and Draft Buzz, right? And PFF and Draft Buzz both had this guy as an early day 2.
Yep.
An early day 2, early second round pick. But it does say position ranks 1. Or is that a 7?
That's a 7.
That is a 7.
But that is based off of the
offensive line. So you can't. That's the main reason we never really looked at him that much.
Yeah, and honestly, guard wasn't on our radar. But was it Slater who called out that the Cowboys were looking at a guard? And I was like, come on, man.
We're like, that's not fucking happening.
And well,
fake news. I think I even said that's just smoke and mirrors is what I put in the DMs. It wasn't.
That's smoke and mirrors. Maybe it was, but it turned out to be true. I bet you if Tet was there, they would have taken him.
They would have if Tet was there.
So we all know the deal. Booker's coming in to replace Zach Barton for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, just on Tyler Booker. Yeah, so sorry, I thought we were already going on, but you said Tyler Booker. Do you think that the Cowboys maybe would have traded up a little bit to get a guy like Tyler Booker from, like, if they would have gotten Ted at 12, do you think they would have traded up a little bit higher to grab Booker?
I don't
Maybe.
May possibly. The whole draft changes then, right? If they got Tet McMillan.
Totally.
Cowboys were never trading up because they don't make that unless someone was going to give them a pick to trade up. We don't want it. Take it.
We don't want it.
I like they've updated the Draft Buzz. They got the star beside their name now, baby.
Here's our number 2 pick, Donovan. Now, here's what we got. Here's the most important thing to look at. This 6'2", 248-pound defensive edge out of Boston College.
So a bit shorter for an edge guy, but that's okay. You can dip that shoulder.
When he's leading in sacks with 16.5.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yep.
What's his nickname going to be? Is it?
I think D-Easy's good.
Is it D-Easy or is it Easy-E? Because either one works.
I like D-Easy.
D-Easy because of just Donovan. Like, D-Easy sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and I like that too.
D-Easy's good. Ezeiruaku.
Ezeiruaku.
I mean, Guido, when he was on our show, the draft show, said it so flawless that we're just like...
Once I think about it, it makes it harder to pronounce it than if I'm just talking and say Donovan Ezeiruaku.
Yeah, Donovan Ezeiruaku.
D-Easy, honey. Well, let's have a look at his stats.
Okay, so we were talking about Tyler Booker's measurables that weren't screaming at you, but you look at Ezeiruaku's D-Easy's measurables, and they scream at you. This dude he killed the combine. And what I like about when you look at measurables and speed and certain things, I like when you watch his tape, it shows that on his tape.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's faster than any offensive lineman that's trying to stop him. He dips that shoulder and he just goes right around them.
Yeah,
I like that matches up with his tape, the measurables in the tape.
You could call him Neo the way he bends gravity like that.
The thing about D-Easy, though, is I think he's going to have...
It bends gravity like that.
I think he's going to have to... He's going to have to get stronger, and he might have to sacrifice just a little bit of that speed, but luckily he's super fast. But he does need to get a little stronger to be able to battle these tackles in the NFL, or they're just going to push him around.
But on a passing down, right? Micah's going to be lined up against probably the best tackle.
Yeah.
Now D-Easy's getting a one-on-one matchup.
Actually,
he's gonna benefit. They're never gonna be double teaming him, right? So that's the one nice thing.
What was
that's the chink in his armor.
What was
okay? He's got to get a little stronger.
Okay, so what was Micah's combine stats for that?
Oh, Micah was that's a good idea.
He
didn't do the combine though. So you won't see this. He had his pro day, but he ran. So
they might have his pro day numbers.
Easy here had a 40 of 4.62. Micah's was 4.39.
Yeah, that's all they got.
Micah was fast as fuck. So
I mean,
If you're a blue, like if we're talking to edge rusher and D-Easy's a blue in the 90th percentile, Mike at 4.39 was 99 percentile.
So look at
Holy
this is the one thing we can compare. Look at his overall ratings, and I'll read them out. So Micah wasn't had an overall rating of 81%. Or sorry, this overall. Let me just do these three: tackle, pass rush, and run defense.
Okay.
Tackling, Micah was 99. Pass rush, Micah was 98. And run defense, Micah was 100.
Yeah, so like
he's not
a unicorn.
If I didn't know that, I'd still think this was pretty fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
But Micah was like
The best of the best.
the prospect.
I guess I just wanted to know what Micah Parsons was benching, just so we can get on the strength.
I don't know
thing.
I don't know. I think he did his bench actually
He must have.
at his pro day. I think he did
He must have. I think we looked at it before.
because he has a pro day video. But even if you just Google,
19 reps on his pro day.
so D-Easy did more.
Easy to do more. Well, hey,
That's why he's a little
Maybe
bit
he
slower
is.
than Micah.
I'm just saying. I hope I'm wrong, and he's the fucking complete package, and we have two fucking basically mirror images coming down at you, one for
Just
the left, one
speed,
for the right.
man.
Yeah.
Just some speed, and then
Well, what I like about,
Osa rushing up the gut.
what I like about this pick is I've always continuously thought the way that you can chip away at this defense, this offense, right? Obviously, run game, this might not help, but you have to get to the quarterback as quick as you can so that they can't throw downfield. That's nothing new, I know. But with how much leeway wide receivers get in the NFL, we want to try to stop those deep passes where the PIs happen, right? Or just the fucking bombs that happen. And this bringing on a guy with D-Easy here, getting that, attacking the quarterback and making a move, and adding in another defensive tackle with that Toa?
Yeah, Jay,
Yeah.
JT.
I don't know. It's and Osa on the line. It's going to be. I'm excited to see what this O-line can do, but I think it's going to really help
Dante Fowler.
the entire
Yeah,
defense.
Fowler Jr. in there
Fowler
too.
Jr. is in
Fowler
there.
Jr. I forgot, yeah.
Neeland in his second year. You got some. You
Neeland,
got
Sam
some
Williams
guys.
coming back in.
Sammy
you-
Dubs.
You got options. For sure, you got
There's a
options
lot.
now.
Now the defensive line looks like probably the best depth that we have at any position.
Over
And all-
under.
and from the last, yeah. And then whatever fucking vets that they pulled that were like, okay, this guy, they pulled
Yeah.
this vet.
Over under 7.5 sacks.
Ooh, that's tough. I'm gonna say under
Okay.
because I'd still be happy if he had 7. I'd still if he had 6 sacks in his rookie season, I'd be happy.
Do you think
with
you
it.
could get 7 though? Easy.
I think he's got
Easier than 8.
Hey, you gave me 7.5 and I said under. So
I
yeah,
said
I gotta
oh.
believe in 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
He was 7.
I think like 7 is probably.
as
I
a
think
rookie,
6
that's
is what he would get. 7 is a good season, so I just put 7.5. So
is anything over that
8
you're like,
would be like, wow. That's,
damn, this guy's
yeah.
balling. It's tough, man. It's tough. We've gotten so used to Micah just basically getting 12 plus sacks every year because that's just
I know.
Micah Parsons. But this is, if anything, this is going to help Micah, and he gets to learn from Micah, which is great. So
Yeah.
I love the pick. Again, we didn't think we were drafting a guard. We didn't think we were drafting an edge rusher. If you look at all of our mocks, plus our big board, plus our Rushmore, no guards, no edge rushers. But I'm happy with both those picks.
Mhm.
Well, could you believe that the reason they drafted him because he kind of has certain measurables to Micah, and then they're just gonna let Micah go.
No, I don't
That's
believe that.
that's what's gonna happen with the Cowboys. That's
Who
what
said
they haven't-
that?
I'm joking.
Oh, then I'd never. This is a burner. If anything, I think they drafted him so they don't have to re-sign Sam Williams.
Madman says he got 16.5 sacks in 24, and that's only a 13-game season.
I get it, but he's
Easy.
playing. He's
Yeah,
Boston
he's
College.
Boston College.
Not as crazy as competition. It's if he can get. That's what I mean. If he gets half of that,
Mhm.
we almost set his over under at half of that, close to it, anyways.
Yeah,
But
if you can get 8, if you can get 8,
8 would be a crazy. He'd be.
That's why.
that'd be amazing.
That's why I say 7.5 is a good over under.
I think it
because
is, and I'm gonna go under though.
I know. You know what?
I think under is the smart one, but I would just for the fucking
If-
shits and giggles
Shit,
bet
ju-
8
just for-
over.
just
Oh, you're going over.
I say over.
I'm
yeah.
saying over. I'm saying over as well.
The bandwagon boys are a forever optimist, and
Because
I love it.
here's how here's what I think. If let's say he does become a day 1 starter, he's our 2nd-round pick. He should be a day 1 starter. He has good competition on the line to go against.
You got to think, yeah. So he's got to beat out. He's got to be better than Dante Fowler Jr., who had
So if
12
he's-
sacks last year,
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Okay,
You got to think he's got to beat out those guys. He's going to be a nice rotation piece.
Okay, so either way,
We're gonna have nice rotation pieces.
There's going to be speed coming off
and,
the edge
and
all
Sammy
the time.
Dubs.
I guess what we should say.
Exactly.
I guess what we
Nealon.
should say with this here. What do we think Micah's sacks are going to be this season?
It all depends on health.
I don't think Micah's changed because
His over under has to be set at 12 because he's gotten it every. It's got to be
it's gotta-
11.5 because he
yeah.
hits over 12 every year,
I think
and I'm going the over.
you got to
I'm
think
going
about
over,
that Williams kid. Was it Williams or whoever the LSU lineman is? He had that awesome quote about a defensive end just has to get to the quarterback once a game. You'll get drafted in the top 5, and if a lineman lets one sack a game, he'll go to work at Amazon. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is what we're up against. But that's what what I like is Micah just has to get one sack 2 out of 3 games, and he'll get his 12 sacks.
Yep, and
Yep.
he's done it.
And
every
he
year.
and a lot of the times he's doubling down on sacks.
And last
right?
year,
So,
last year I think he only played 11 games, 11 or 12 games. So he was having more than one sack a game. So I think he's going to build off that this
You
year.
get-
And that the defensive line is set for as far as a pass rushing
Yes.
point of view, it's the best it's been for the Cowboys.
it's going to be excited to see. I want a season where, yeah, sure, maybe we did not improve on the run defense. I'll take it. But where the Cowboys have almost a record-breaking season with sacks. That's kind of where my head is.
where teams on 3rd and 10 are just running it because they don't want
they
to
know.
get sacked again.
What's the most sacks there's ever been?
My guess, let's guess it. I'm going to say sacks in a season. I'm going to say 72 is the record.
Just want to say bye to Brent Packer guy. He's taking off.
EPGs.
And
He got 2 stoned.
he got 2 stone, and he held up the crack him if you got him sign or CanFan sign
Fuck
at the
yeah.
draft, but he doesn't think it made it on
Oh.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Hey, crack
Yeah.
me if you got him, my
EPG.
dude.
TV. Most
I'm not
sacks in a
hitting enter
season.
yet, I'm
Ant
waiting.
said 72.
I said 72. That's my.
65.
That's what you're saying?
I think that's a safe bet too.
Should I split the diff? I'm going to go 73.
Okay.
Oh, you
You
fucking.
little cuck boy,
Are-
right?
Oh, so we're doing.
Hang on, bye.
So I have to hit it basically bang on. You fucking cuck.
Yeah, that's why you don't.
72.
Shut the hell
Holy
up.
shit!
Actually?
Yes.
Yes.
Who got it?
Anthony,
He was right on.
72.
I said 73. So
Yeah.
I
In 1984, our year, baby. The
Hey,
bandwagon year.
I knew
Okay.
it. I always did.
Okay, so
Who was it? The Bears?
the Bears.
The Bears. Toss me one, son, when you get
Holy
one.
Yeah, one
fuck.
sec. I just got to look
Yeah,
at this
just when
now.
you got a second.
How
And
many
that would have
games did we
six.
play?
That would have been
Did we
16
play 17?
That would have been 6. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
do we play?
Yeah, 17.
So we need an average of 4.2 sacks a game to tie that record.
Which is crazy.
and that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I would love that.
Did you?
I
know-
think
you knew
if
that.
there's
didn't
I
not
you?
did.
four-
Maybe subconsciously, but no, you seen my excitement when I.
Yeah,
when I
if there's
hit.
if
Well,
the-
your exact words were, "I gotta hit this break. I gotta hit this bang on
And then
because
you
I
did.
fucking prices right you."
You did.
if
did.
there's if
No,
there's not
I got one here.
oh sorry I don't know what I'm doing. Ant wanted one.
Don't give him pink lemonade.
I'll take it.
If there's
you
not
mango
4 sacks
slut.
4 sacks on that line in a game, I'd be pretty surprised. Some games you might go 2, some games you might go 6.
How many sacks did the Cowboys have last season? Let's guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 51. I shouldn't have went first. I'm gonna say 51.
I'm gonna say 48.
51's yeah, 51. I
48.
think might still be pretty good.
I'm going to say
Yeah, I think it's way less than
I'm
51.
going to say 42.
I think you guys are way. 51 is I think would have been really good.
Oh, 52.
Oh,
What did you say?
51.
Oh, you fucking
Savant.
There's a new stat boy in town. His name is Anthony.
I wish I would have hit it exactly though.
Tony B.
65 is what is my happy number.
That would be good though.
If we got 65, oh, it'd be very good.
How many is that a game?
The Broncos
65.
got 63 last season. The Denver Broncos got 63 sacks last season.
Yeah, and they were a playoff team. Playoffs.
65 divided
The Ravens
by...
only got 54.
Ravens are a bunch of bitches.
Houston Texans 49.
Let me.
It'd still be 4, but 3.8.
You know why that the Denver Broncos got that many sacks? Who's their cornerback? One of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, if not the best cornerback. Crack me,
Like, if you got him.
If not the best cornerback in the NFL, crack me if you got him.
Oh, well, that
So
does help too. That does help too.
Yeah, because the quarterback's hanging onto the ball, right? So you can't look at the Broncos.
I
And be
wonder
like,
if the Broncos are going to get it even more because
now they're locked down.
now they have both sides covered.
They're locked in and locked out. Locked in and locked out.
Well, who cares? Because we got our own little
Savon.
question mark here in Siobhan Revel. Injure
Savon Revel or Siobhan Revel?
Savon. So
Savon.
I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough one because I mean, you look at the SH, it's like Savon.
Shimon.
Shimon.
Siobhan Revel I think he had only a couple games.
He only played 3 games, tore his ACL. But this guy, again, I was telling you that they were trying to draft guys that love football. I'm sure you guys, I think I posted it in the DMs. This dude, when he got his college scholarship offer, Jesus, Anth, having a stroke over here.
You got it.
Yeah.
Idea. When he got his college scholarship offer, he had worked a full night shift at Amazon and then drove to practice. And on the spot, after the first practice, they were like, "Okay, give this guy a scholarship."
His boss is like, he's like, "So can I go to the draft?" He's like,
"Yeah, but you're gonna work double time next weekend."
"Okay, but I need to. Yeah, but I can't pay you for today then."
I filmed in an Amazon, one of the biggest ones in Canada that they build
Where was it?
in outside of Edmonton.
Mm.
And it was like 5 stories, but when you walk up to it, there's no windows. So it's like this big brick building. And when you go into
Like
it,
the Death Star.
yeah, it's so big, it's like disgusting. So when Alex is going back and doing the boss, it's more like there's probably a robot person that's scanning his face on whether or not you can.
Can I go to the
start it.
draft? No.
No, sorry, you have not. You've only worked 5 hours and 55 minutes. I've been here for 16. We've only calculated 5 hours and 55 minutes of working.
We
I'd
need
smash that robot
5
in the
more
head.
liters of
Yeah.
ball sweat.
It was.
I would just drop kick that
It was such a big.
robot.
It was such a big place that it was, like I said, it was just when you're inside, you felt like you could live in this place with 20,000 CanFan maniacs.
Yeah, we could take it over. So AJ's got on X a video, and it says Rehab is coming along for ECU CB Savon Revel following ACL reconstruction on October 15th. So this is him running already. So what is that? This was March 19th. So November, December, January, February. That's 5 months after.
5 months. He's got lots of time.
He's got a lot. I don't
weird-
want them to rush him back. Like, I
No.
don't think he needs to start right away. The Cowboys did the free agent signings and trades to get some cornerbacks in there. Make sure he's 100% healthy before you get him
don't
out
force this guy. Like, go sign Gilly and get Gilly in there to
there. Totally.
help. You know
Nice,
what I mean?
good call. Get
To help
a
him out.
stopgap.
Yeah. While we're on rehab videos here, because this is the rehabs coming nicely along.
Don't
for
show the video of me.
Savon Rebel. No. Madman says, guys, see Overshone's rehab video. Looks like he just started rehab.
Really?
Okay. One sec.
Which
I
I don't
just
like
got
the thought of that.
No,
And he got hurt. He got hurt in November.
Yeah.
I do want to look at
So
that.
not too
I
far
will
off.
bring that up, but this is hang on. This is a update just 3 days ago. Get out of here.
Look at get your
Jeez,
ad
your
blockers.
yeah.
Sephora.
Whoa, bro.
It's like pocket pussy comes up. I don't know why that
Yeah,
one.
why is that
What?
targeted?
Ew,
It says it's in your cart. It says
Hey,
that
pocket pussy would be better than strap on.
Jerry Jones butthole pussy. What the hell?
Or butt plug. Like, butt plug would be worse than
Yeah.
pocket pussy.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to see where this fucking quote is.
well, and as
It's
you're
right
looking-
there. I think he'll
There.
start on the PUP, but we'll get him in there and see where he is. Sorry, I didn't know that was Jones. If someone else wants to take over for that.
Oh, well, that's obviously AJ.
No, this is Steven.
Oh, I think he'll start on pup.
Well, you pick up from what I've already read.
Yeah, but I'm. people
gotta-
don't-
Oh, you're getting in
I gotta
character.
get
Hey,
in character.
if Adam's gonna run it,
Hey,
you know.
run it.
Take it from the
I-
top.
I think he'll start on pup, but we'll get him in there and
That was
see
good.
where he is.
That was good. That sounded like Steven.
Dr. Dan.
You know, did
can you not-
Yeah, no, sorry, yeah, you got to make it bigger. Dr. Dan Cooper, who's obviously our team doctor, did the surgery and feels very optimistic. This kid's very motivated. This man's very motivated, and there's obviously an opportunity here. He's young, and that exceeds expectations and starts practice during training camp. But we also know it could be later than that.
Which I'm fine with.
Okay, so very ambiguous,
Yeah, no, you didn't really get.
but good.
Yeah, it's good. He's
Let's
gonna
not
start on
rush him back.
pup.
Here's what let's not and we will push the panic button, but we may roll into a season where we are super fucking sketchy on in the CB position for the first 2 to
Elam.
3 weeks.
Elam might be starting at cornerback or Kalen Carson.
Kalen Carson, Kareem Elan. Possibly we get a vet like Gilly, which David Lordson said in chat says he's not going to sit out for a rookie. Like Gilly will want to start all season, which hey, best player plays, but
Yeah, if you want to start, beat the rookie out.
beat the rook
I
out.
wouldn't be shocked if Gilly does what he did with the Cowboys the first time, and that works out great for the Cowboys too. We would roll with what we have for the first 4 weeks, reassess, and then determine, okay, do we need to go out there and bring Gilly in to kind of be our Band-Aid while we figure out what's going to happen on the other side of the field beside Bland, because we are also going to be missing Diggs if he is going to come in there and be able to play that position still for the Cowboys. He's not going to be there for at least half the season.
November,
so,
yeah.
Okay,
November.
quick question. You got to answer right away. You can't think about it. Okay, you can think about it. But what does PUP stand for?
Player unable to perform. Physically unable to perform.
List.
I don't know. I was asking.
Oh yeah, it is physically unable to perform. AJ, I'm pretty sure.
AJ, I think AJ got it.
Or player unable to perform.
No, I
too
said
sounds-
player. But I think it's
Physically unable to perform.
So is there?
So putt.
Putt. What is putt? NFL pup. Now we got to check this. I'm going to check it out right now while AJ does
Yeah,
that.
you check the. I'm
dive
trying to.
it.
I want to see what this over. I'm nervous about this overshown comment.
Looks like me trying to get out of bed in the morning.
Physically unable to perform.
That's what AJ said, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So can you go back to that overshown comment? I just want to.
So
It's just his
Madman says,
rehabbing.
guys, see overshown rehab video. Looks like he just started rehab. LOL.
That's not good. And the same injury also, but this is his second one.
Well, I can't. I'm gonna keep my eye open for it because I can't
Okay.
see
All good.
anything. All I looked up was that it does say, and this was on April 9th. Overshown is progressing well from the injury.
What if you go to Overshown's Instagram?
Oh, okay.
Overshown to Marvia.
you.
AJ's an ex-boy.
He is, and I think X is the best thing to go to for clips and videos.
For like things
News-
that have
news-
happened.
I think it's
Yeah.
good.
Well, DeMarvian Germanically Overshown is his full name.
Maybe it's in his.
Oh, could that have been it?
What?
I thought that looked like a rehab spot.
and that's his second.
He's just
week.
walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry. That was. Well, if it comes up, we'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
okay.
But right now.
Okay, let's talk about.
Hey, sometimes we got a side quest.
Yep.
Let's talk about our 4th round pick.
Fourth round pick. We
Oh,
didn't have one.
Well, we traded it. No.
Yeah, Jonathan
Hey,
Mingo.
man, Jonathan
we
Mingo's
gotta
the
talk
4th
about-
round pick.
We got to talk about
Jonathan
Mingo.
Mingo's the 4th round pick.
You know what? Fair enough. Let's give the man some fairness here.
Dude, his pre-draft measurables going into last year's draft.
His draft buzz.
His draft buzz is nice. It gives me hope. It really does.
Ole Miss Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah, he had Jackson Dart throwing him daggers.
Hey, get the fucking Carolina Panthers off of there.
Yeah, draft buzz. Well, technically
guess
he was
that-
drafted
yeah,
by
he
them.
was drafted by the.
After draft buzz goes, hey, after he goes to the NFL, we
I
we
want-
drop him.
Idgaff
No,
after that.
no. Yeah, no.
We're not spending our
no.
time. We've got numbers to crunch. But Mingo's, here's what I like about Mingo. He is 6'2", 220. But he has some really embarrassing clips that people like to put on him online with some like kind of bonehead looking catches. It might just be a football IQ thing, but then just give him the most simplest routes. If the guy is able to catch the ball and do that big body, he shouldn't need to have to think too much about it, right?
He's got size.
Give him the fade route.
Look at his fucking measurables, man. If we would have looked at this, like if you would have looked at this and said you got this from one of the draftees this year, like these measurables pre-draft, we would have been stoked.
22 bench. Isn't
Yeah.
that the same as
That's the same as
Deezy?
it is.
Yeah, well, one last. Deezy was 23, wasn't he?
No, Deezy was 22. My
Oh,
guy.
I see. You're gonna edge me out, Hazy.
And that's more. That's 3 more than Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like he's got strength. He's got a big ass body. He's cut fucking 4'4", 6'2", 200. That's
At 220.
220.
220. That's a beefy
I
dude.
think
That's
that's still
moving.
still pretty fast.
So he was drafted. His age was 24 back when he got drafted. He's been in the league for 2 years. So
So he's,
No, he was in the year just last year was his first year.
he's 2000 when he was born.
He got
Last year-
he got drafted last year.
2023.
2023.
Oh shit, my bad.
He got
still,
drafted. So 2023, 20 because
So why were his stats? Because I was trying to look at his stats. Why were they so bad?
He was born on 420, bro.
Was he?
Yeah,
So it was just his birthday.
Yeah, bro.
well, think about it.
Oh,
you-
draft year. It
it's
says
n-
right
it's
there.
Not,
died.
it's not the best to like. He started with a fresh
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, a fresh like. So the Carolina
And Bryce Young
Panthers-
did struggle.
Look,
Who'd they have before?
Just Bryce Young with him, wasn't? Or no, Bryce. Yeah. No. They had same year. Yeah, same year as
Bryce Young and Dalton. They had Andy Dalton for a bit.
So let's see here. Past performance. Go season stats.
Hang on, I just gonna fix this window.
AJ's just gonna fix it because he doesn't like my cropped window.
No,
Property do.
the crop
There it
works
is.
because there's so much fucking bullshit on these websites. I like it, but I'm just gonna.
You're gonna size it up.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Do
Do you want to look at his stats?
Yeah, I just care about stats. I don't really care about his PFF grade because we know it was shitty. So I just want even this is just kind of okay. They got targets.
Yeah.
So he finished. This is just last year. So last season he finished with 120.
This was last season, and
Can we look at?
there's his season grades here.
Can we look at his 2023 stats?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you
right
see 'em
there.
here
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
bottom?
yeah. So he had 43 receptions and 418 yards. So he's never scored a touchdown. So even his grades were shit, and everything else wasn't too great. But he came from the Carolina Panthers to the Dallas Cowboys, who had no one else really doing anything except CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, but here's the other thought too. Like, go now, bring up Bryce Young's 2023 stats.
Well, we know he's sucked.
Yeah. So how many touchdowns did he throw? Like nothing. Like so.
I think he threw 16 touchdowns in
yeah,
20.
it's a very. This is
2023.
why we got him for a fourth. We could be upset. What receivers would be there at fourth? Do they think that they have a second round talent or someone that could potentially beat out Tolbert and all these other guys to be our wide receiver too?
Yeah, Bryce Young's 2023 had 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions
A 5.5 average?
as a quarterback.
He's dishing it off behind the line
So,
way too often.
just having Dak Prescott as your quarterback for the full offseason, and
Also-
now going into the season,
And Mingo.
he's easily going to double his yards instead of 121, easily
Hey.
224.
the biggest benefit for all of these players on the team is that there's a new coaching staff. You have a new a new ability to start fresh with these guys.
Mhm.
And hopefully we'll eat crow. Hopefully we'll all be okay.
I hope so, man.
Like, hopefully he does have. Imagine Mingo ends up, and this is going to be a crazy prediction, but imagine Mingo, what would be crazy for him, for us to be like, holy shit.
8,808.
Yeah.
80
880?
catches.
Okay. 80
Or
catch-
660, let's say 70 catches, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, that'd be like, you would love that
Okay.
as a fourth round trade.
Okay,
then.
but yeah, exactly. As
But
a fourth round trade.
that's what I'm expecting out of a number 2 on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, so now go if you
Is
go,
that fair?
yeah,
Yeah, it totally is.
because if you look, he had look at Bryce Young's shitty fucking stats here, and then we go back to
Mingo?
Mingo,
Hang on.
and you look at his 2023 stats. He had 83 targets, 43 catches. So to get from 43 to 70 with someone like Dak Prescott targeting you, probably a lot better. And if he gets into the end zone 6 to 8 times,
if he gets in the if he gets into the end zone if Jonathan Mingo gets in the end zone one time, it's 100% improvement on touchdowns in his career. He's never scored a touchdown.
But you know what? That's a fair way to look at that 4th round pick. But now we can talk. Crack him if you got him. Let's talk about both our running backs. We got Jadon Blue
Yeah.
and Matha.
Which we kind of touched on them a little bit, but let's look at this picture. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It shows the Texas Longhorns running back room. You got Bijan Robinson, you got Blue, Jonathan Brooks, Roshan Johnson, and then
Brian?
K. Robinson. Bijan Robinson's at the front there. But now they're all on NFL teams. That's
Man.
That's a stacked running back class right there. Those guys were all on the
And
same
Blue
team.
was the young dude in this group.
He would have been the young buck there.
So that's exciting to know that at least he was hanging with some big dogs, you know?
Chilling with them.
But let me pull up their draft buzz. We'll start with Blue.
Who we never looked at too much because we thought he was going to go in the 4th round.
Well, we had him on our CanFan big board, number 1, round 4.
Yeah.
So for us, we got to be really stoked about it. The thing that excites me the most about this guy is his fucking neck. Look at that fucking neck.
Kind of has like a Steve Smith neck.
That's what I
Does
see.
have a-
He looks like Steve Smith.
Definitely has a Steve Smith
In
vibe.
this pick, at least.
So last year, 8 touchdowns, 5.4 yard rushing, average, and 730 yards rushing. But I love the 42 receptions.
Yeah, he's active.
5'9", I think he was 200 pounds, but even 196, nice and light on his feet, but still got a little punch he's packing. And he's a Houston Texan boy, baby.
He's only
Texas
ever
boy.
played for Texas teams.
Isn't that crazy?
I love it. So yeah, we're looking at his measurables here. Obviously, his 40 sticks out. His 10 yards, great. But then vertical, the rest of them don't matter.
Vertical, I
For
don't
me,
care.
for a running back, the rest of them don't like.
Bro-
He has the nice cut. He has the greens and the blues in the
He can
stuff
cut,
that you want.
and he's an outside zone runner, anyways. Like when
He does have fumble issues. He had 7 fumbles in the last 2 seasons. So it's something that he's got to shore up.
Hey, you know who else did?
Petey.
Zeke Elliott.
Not in college though.
No, just in the NFL.
Just 1 year.
Just one. Yeah, but I'm saying it's something
You can shore it up.
that's something that you can be taught.
yeah,
Hey,
you
you're
can shore it
holding
up.
the fucking ball wrong.
You're doing
Well,
something dumb.
One thing to look
Like
at
how I
though.
said Petey from Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Petey.
Petey.
That's who you were thinking.
That's what I said. I said Petey, and then
Which one's Petey?
Petey's the dude who got moved to linebacker.
That played every
Oh, yeah.
position on the team. Quit on his team 14 times.
What a fucking bitch.
Petey, you're a bitch.
Just kidding, Petey.
Okay, his broad jump, 79 percentile. But broad jump does show your power in your legs.
Shows your power, baby.
So he does have a little bit of power. He just can't really jump too high, but who cares? We just want him to run that fucking pig skin.
Run
Fire that fucking pig skin.
or catch it. I'm good with catching.
I'm going to catch it. No, but he's not going to be jumping up high to make a catch, but you don't need
Totally,
that.
Don't need it.
Out to the, just give a little out for our boy Dak. And now Mafa.
Phillip.
Come on.
Muffa. There he is. Phil
Clemson
Muffa.
boy. Again, good school. I hate to say it. I care about the schools, man, that they play in.
I would hire him.
I would hire him too.
I mean, and even 4.55 is like has his speed talked about, but 4.55 for his size, he's 6'1", 234.
6'1", 234.
That's huge.
Ran for 1,115 yards,
Which we like.
5.2 average, 8 touchdowns. I mean, we're getting 16 touchdowns next year, guys. That's just math. And he can also catch the ball if he needs to. 21 receptions. But yeah, let's look at his metrics here.
All good.
All good. 4.540. I still think at 234,
You're ripping.
I'm pretty happy with
Not many
that.
linebacker. Like, imagine you going downhill at a linebacker. That's fast. That's pretty good. 234 is a good size. We got the Thunder and Lightning, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and exactly. This was the right pick because I wouldn't have liked if they took Blue. I was really looking at, I think his name's Michael Yarn, but Yarn is a small little run-catching receiver, running back, and he was going in the 5th, 6th, 7th round when we were doing mocks. And I was like, okay, if we get a running back in the first 3 rounds, that's the guy to go for. So I'm glad they didn't go with that style. I'm glad they complemented the kind of what we're expecting Blue to be, that we've got the Thunder and Lightning. You
Yeah,
know what
let
I mean?
Moffa sit there and simmer on probably a practice squad guy. 7th round pick's going to be tough to make the roster, especially when you got Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Like, he would have to have a very, very, very good training camp and preseason.
How many backs would one team carry at any given time?
Active roster, probably 3 would be active roster.
Okay, so let's just make who do we think? Do you think it's Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, and Jadon Blue that are going to be our 3 backs that we take?
Yep.
And then
On the active roster.
Hunter Lepke as a fullback.
Yeah, Hunter Lepke, he'll be a fullback.
I'll tell you my wish. It would be Sanders if he still got his fucking game. If he's dropped off, then that's another story. Then it would be Williams. But Sanders, Blue, not in this order. Sanders, Blue, and Maffa, because I think Maffa can play the role of what Williams can do with that. More of that thunder approach, big boom.
The only reason I'm not going with Moffa is to make a team as a 7th round running back. It's just history. It's hard. That's
I know it is.
That's the only reason that I'm
Google it.
I'm guessing the other two guys ahead of him.
3 factors are just the size of Maffa. He'll be the biggest running back on the team by far, unless Williams has gained weight. I think he's 220 and he's the next biggest guy. So he's got 15 pounds on him, and we had those problems in the red zone. So I just like that. It was a pretty deep running back class. So this 7th round, maybe it's a 5th round.
In other years,
Perhaps, and then just the value you can get out of him even if you're like 60-40 Williams, I just think, I'll take it because if we're dealing with just guys in the back end here, I can keep this guy for 5 years. And if he turns into Williams is a 1-year
rental.
rental.
Well, and that's what I think. That's kind of like he's practice squad guy,
but we'll see.
Learning from if he ends up beating out one of those guys, it's fucking awesome.
And I think
that's best case scenario for sure. And
everyone except for Blue, I think, can be on the chopping block.
Do you know who another very successful 7th round running back was?
Nope.
Bo Jackson.
Oh shit.
Not saying that film off as Bo Jackson.
No, but hey.
But that
of course.
Bo Jackson was I said who were successful 7th round picks.
Hey,
for running back.
We're all right. We're all correct. Ant's right in that it's going to be difficult.
No, you 100%.
You're right in that Bo Jackson wasn't, and I'm right in that
we would love it.
We'd love it.
If
he beats out everyone.
Hey, now, just shout out to brother Adrian in the chat. I noticed his font's green.
Yeah, he's a member.
Well, we never shouted him out
because he's got poison.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do the Stone. I guess the Stone Cold. I got to get the stuff going on there.
I just thought we've given everyone else a shout out. Brother Adrian, welcome to the CanFan Maniacs.
Welcome to the CanFan Maniacs.
Looking tough.
Age showed us, I think it was on Spotify. It showed that he's been a longer listener than 90-something% of.
Oh, really?
CanFan other listeners. Yeah. So, brother Adrian,
hey, on Spotify that does that, eh?
I think that's what it was showing them.
I thought it was YouTube.
We better be getting our shekels from those bastards. I'm gonna go check.
From YouTube?
No, from Spotify.
Oh, from Spotify.
I
mean, it's like
Spotify.
It's tiny. We don't make any money off those other streamings.
Remember, I'm a CanFan maniac. Brother Adrian says.
Yeah, so he's the top. He's the top tier.
He's numero uno.
I can't wait till the CanFan Maniacs all roll down to Vegas together. Even if you're not going to the game, you can just roll with us. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be hard as nails, and we're gonna be just kind of rocking it out in leather jackets on the street, sweating.
So this round 5 pick 152 Shamar James, we traded up for this cat. The Cowboys traded up to get this guy.
Yeah,
because AJ and I were watching. The Cowboys picked at 149, and then. Bam, the Cowboys were back on the clock.
We were chatting with someone, and then it was like, what the heck? What the heck? I'm going to pull up linebacker, though. I like it. I think that we signed 2 guys who I'm kind of excited to see. I can't remember their names. If
they traded them. Traded for a couple linebackers in the offseason. Do you remember their names?
I'm going to look it up, too. So
no, I don't. And I was looking at chat right now. I was monitoring chat, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about at the moment.
The linebackers.
The linebackers that we got the dude from
Kenneth Murray Jr. and Jack Sanborn.
Yeah, I was going to say
Sanborn.
Sanborn from Chicago. That's the only one.
Andrew Sanborn.
Downhill runner. They're both of those guys.
They're so good. Their names are stuck in our heads.
I know that. Well, that's all I'm saying is I'm excited to see what they could do because they're both second contract guys. I believe like they were drafted well enough, but never developed in the NFL.
Shit
so this is kind of their last hurrah. But this is Shamar James, our newest linebacker.
6'1", 222. Nothing to write home about. This kind of the bottom end of even the smaller type linebackers. Measurables aren't great, but he's got a good 10-yard, which is decent. Again, they traded up for this guy. The Dallas Cowboys did, and we don't know much about him.
Let's get a positive and an egg.
Yes, well, I'll score that. I think, we did talk about that when we drafted him. His 40 was 4.69, so he's pretty mid there. Quick enough, though. Everything's pretty mid, but that 10 yards, so he can close that.
He's got burst.
He's got a nice burst. He doesn't have a really high speed, like
gasses out.
Topped off.
Well, I wouldn't even say gasses out, just loses his top-end speed.
Doesn't have a high top-end speed, but he gets there quick. But yeah, let's go give a quick little pause and nag.
Excellent first step quickness allows him to slice through traffic and deliver jarring hits in the backfield when the diagnosis is correctly.
When he diagnoses.
Same thing.
When the diagnosis is.
When the doctor-
When the diagnosis is.
Below average athletic profile with concerning speed limitations, 4.69 severely restricts his ability to compensate for his 229-pound frame.
Yeah, and I think that's what the biggest concern here is. He's a super light linebacker. He's not going to do much to help stop the run in this form that he's in. But hey,
Got a little sly look on his face, though, right? Like
Maybe
he
he's like-
knows. He knows.
you'll be surprised, and I would be surprised. He's
I'm
been-
watching you.
Uh-oh.
Be careful though. It's spicy.
21st ranked linebacker.
I mean, to get in the 5th round is not terrible. This is the only thing with linebackers. We all had our favorite linebacker. And all the guys that we liked, all of the linebackers we liked, Cody Simon, Jack Kaiser,
Stutzy?
Danny Stutzman, they all went in the 4th round, and they all went very close to each other. Very close to each other.
Yeah.
So
Once
I wish
the
I
run
do,
happened-
and that's why those 4th fucking round picks are so important.
4th round picks. Do
Coulda
not
got-
give away a 4th round pick coming
So
into this
it'll
year,
be fun to
Jerry.
watch some of those dudes in the NFL. But hey, we got Shamar James, and again, I think it's a depth signing, a dude that could maybe play some special teams and hopefully turn into a starter or just a rotational piece at some point.
Hey,
Yep.
Hey, Shamar, welcome to the team.
These
Welcome to the
next
team.
these next guys we'll just go quickly on.
Yeah, I mean, this is you're getting to the late 6th and the 7th. Like these guys are gonna have tough times making the team. I think Jay Atoya might have the best chance
Just because of his size?
his size and his position. I mean,
Nothing here to write home
like
about.
this is just you're hoping that they can. There's something that you liked about him. He's the 31st. Johnny Cornelius is the 31st ranked position, and then Jay Toya. This guy had some higher. Some people had him ranked 3rd or 4th round
Well, let's see what
purely on his size.
DraftBuzz says he's the 46th ranked defensive lineman, so that's
But
Quite a
that'll have edges and stuff too. But
you know what? We wanted it for a long time. This is a actual 340-pound man.
Just
Yeah.
put a giant in
Yeah.
there.
He's a size boy.
He's a
6
size
foot
guy.
2, 342, and he's got that Polynesian punch.
Yes, sir. Let's see his measurables.
It was his man.
Yeah, exactly how I liked it. The
Yeah.
only thing that's good is his weights. But this is what we've wanted. We've wanted just a size space eater. And,
I don't know.
And the Cowboys took it. And in the 7th round,
I've seen
why the fuck not?
I've seen what I liked about the clips that I've seen about this guy, because he's obviously it's the position, and like you just mentioned, looking at these guys, I'm like, okay, this guy actually has a chance to start, because I don't even know who our defensive tackles are, but outside of Mozzie Smith right now, right?
Osa.
Oh yeah,
But like
Well,
true one
nose
tack-
tackles,
yeah.
yeah. And Solomon Thomas is another guy there, but he is not fast at all. But he pushes guys back. He collapses that pocket.
He doesn't even need to do anything other than just be a blob in the middle.
Just be a blob in the middle.
Just not get blown out of
Yep.
out of the way. Just
Yep.
take a spot and don't get moved from that spot. That's all we need him to do.
And he seemed fairly smart with like attacking the running backs when they came close enough to him. So like he'd push back slowly and then just explode his
Use
big
that last
fucking-
little bit of energy to get the guy.
get out and get the guy. So I like to see that. Next guy is Phil Moffitt, we talked about, and then finally Tommy Akingbin
Let's get a look at him. Tommy Akinbisote.
Akimbisote.
Akabasote.
I think he's Italian.
Akinbisote.
I think he's Italian, guys.
And let's get a he's not oh yeah, he came up.
There he is.
Okay.
Tommy
6'4", 306.
So he's big.
Akinbisote.
So he's good size also. 68th ranked.
68th ranked. I mean, we're just fucking.
You're just throwing a dart. You're throwing a
lot
dart
of,
at a
who
board.
knows? A lot of dehydration.
Oh wait, what's his? Let's no, they don't even have a positive negative.
They're just like,
unfortunately.
he's there.
he's
I
don't know, you gotta do something.
I don't know. You got to do something.
He's a guy.
all right. We can rip through any of our
Yeah. Did we win on any of our
UDFAs?
UDFAs?
We don't. None of these guys I recognize. I
This-
know a lot of people are pretty stoked on Trayshawn Holden,
Yeah, Trayshawn Holden is one guy that I want to bring up only because of his position too.
and a lot of people are like, he's gonna be legit, and Josh Kelly too. So the wide receivers that the Cowboys brought in free agency, A lot of people like 39th ranked at receiver. That's not bad. And he just, I don't know why he went undrafted.
I mean, he's got nothing special. I think that's the thing.
He's just another dude.
6'2".
Did he even make your Skittle board?
No,
Probably not.
no. But 6'2", 205. Nothing special. We'll see. He's got a chance to
What
do
were his stats? 718 yards
Sorry.
and
40
five touchdowns?
45, 718, and 5. Yep.
Yeah, it's just, if you can get half of that as a 7th round pick, as a UDFA, and no one else really sticks out to me. I haven't dove huge into these guys yet.
The Kentucky cornerback, Zion Childress, because there was the other two that were Mello Dotson and the other dude were better than him, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. If they got drafted and he,
Well, no, I think no, I think one of them didn't.
but he went to
Hang on.
Zion.
Childish is not even on here.
Yeah, he's not even on there.
So it was Mello Dotson, and who was the other one? I can't
Don't
remember.
know.
But I think one of them also went undrafted. But I could be wrong.
This tight end. I've heard some
Good things about.
Rivaldo Fairweather. No, just that was someone else. Something else. Some people were saying to look at, but
These
I
are,
don't
I
know.
mean, every
Auburn.
undrafted free agent, you're going to look at their measurables. They're just.
They ain't gonna be special. And guess what? They all have a chance on this football team.
You made the team for now. Now you have to make the team.
You did something.
Hey,
You got through the door.
did you guys want to look at our Rushmore?
Yeah, let's look at our
Let's
Rushmore.
go Rushmore. The biggest thing, yeah, you're right. You got it. Doesn't matter how you got there. Now it's what you do with that time.
Cowboys have been very good at getting
UDFA.
Yeah, UDFAs that make the team.
And
So
they haven't even grabbed anybody from the UFL yet. So who knows? Usually we seem to grab
that's a sleeper for us.
sleepers from the UFL.
You may have to adjust the screen because I got to put it in presentation mode here,
If you just keep it. Oh, sorry. Okay,
like that.
I won't be able to.
No, okay.
If you
It doesn't offer very many options, unfortunately.
go into presentation mode.
Okay, there
you go. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, now I got.
So this is our
stupid fucking
CanFan
thing.
Mount Rushmore. Everyone knows what we're doing. We don't need to explain it again. But let's just go through AJ's little
I
slide.
just want to get rid of this thing.
Okay, so go just do in presentation mode. I'll see if I can adjust. Behind baseball, bitches.
I
Behind
I don't want to
baseball.
break anything here, but only one player on our Mount Rushmore
Yeah. No,
Made-
that's
made the Dallas Cowboys.
fair.
Only one player, and we all had our pet cats. We all had players that we nice. How did you land that in the boneyard there?
Practice.
It's like you had a piece of Lego that just
Hey, while Adam's doing this, I'm just gonna get a mango.
crack 'em if
Crack
you
'em if you
got
got 'em.
'em.
If you got a mango drip.
The fuck are we doing over here, boys?
Well, I just have to.
AJ, talk about the draft. Talk about something with me.
Fuck you, dickhead.
Well, so
Give me something.
you know what?
Chat
Actually,
with me.
what I want to do, and maybe we can do this on the next show, is I want to take our big board and map out where we had the guys and where they were drafted and see how many accurate picks. So, for example,
Right.
I don't know, but we had Membo up there number 1. Well, if everyone else below him was drafted after him, that would be a correct pick.
Right.
And then so on and so forth. So, like, if our big board aligns with the order that those players were drafted in, not obviously that Membo was the number 1 overall pick, but just the order of how we would have drafted him. If
Right.
we were going BPA, how good was our list?
Right.
How accurate was
Okay,
our
you're
list?
good. You're good to go. Sweetie.
Okay. So here we go. CanFan Mount Rushmore big board. And I know there was some confusion, but this is how we scored points. If you picked on the correct day, you got a point. If you picked on the correct day and the round, it was 3 points total. If you picked the correct day, the round, and a Cowboys pick, it would have been 8 points. No one did that. And if you picked a Dallas Cowboy, regardless of day, round, whatever, if you picked the player, you got 5 points.
You got a fiver.
So this is how we roll. First off, Adam here. There he is.
Only 4 reds, Ad.
Only 4 reds. And you know what?
And the only yellow.
So in
Or
the
orange.
in the column on the left, you'll see the round that they were actually drafted in, and then the brackets, second, third, etc.
I just looked at Ad's Rushmore. pick.
Yeah. There he is. But that's Adam Washington.
Yeah, that's Adam Washington.
But in the brackets, that's what we actually said they were going to be drafted in. So Adam said Dart in the second. He was drafted in the first.
No points.
Wasn't no points because it wasn't on the day. But the big news here, of course, Adam says Blue in the third. Was wrong on the day and the round, of course, but he was a Cowboys player, so we got the 5 points. You hit on Golden in day one, and Amos too. Surprisingly, I thought that was a really good pick. Amos.
So Ad's
Tramos.
total was.
Well, we're gonna calculate that at the end.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
You fucking little dick.
Oh,
squeeze.
AJ,
Next.
lot of green.
Lot of greens.
There he is. And
Look at AJ's day 2.
And look at my I forget who I am, Teddy Hamilton. I can't remember. That's not a guy. But
Someone hated him so much that they shot half of his face.
I was
off
gonna
on
say it
the
looks like
thing.
I'm vaping.
Are you sure that's not Elijah Wood?
Is that Frodo?
But yeah, I got two
Actually,
of my.
your
Jay
day-
Higgins
day
went
one-
undrafted.
Day 1 and day 2.
Day 1, day 2, I nailed.
You
Day
not,
three-
you didn't get the only thing is if you would have got a Cowboys pick in there, you're
You
gonna be
would've been
tough to
Bushing.
beat. I think AJ won this.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah.
So I only
no.
missed. I missed on the least amount though.
Yes.
So that's a bonus. I can't believe Bond went undrafted.
Undrafted.
It's the SA allegations or charges that could happen.
Yeah, and people are just saying if we
Stay-
all wait.
If
Yeah.
stay away, let it happen. If he's innocent, he'll be on a team. If not, well.
And the guy who looks the most when you have your mustache.
Yeah.
You and Teddy Roosevelt.
Well, I didn't. That's not a fun fact. That's not even the AI switch of his
that's
face.
just Teddy.
That's just
That's
Teddy.
just Ted Ye.
AJ won for show.
Well, we got to look at our friends too here.
Yep.
Our friends did pretty well. Nate Dogg nailed it. He nailed the Campbell pick in terms of first round, and it was right at the end of it. And then he got the day right for Milrose. So Nate Dogg had the best, but
And I think, for Nate Dogg's San Francisco 49er, did they not take Curtis Rourke undrafted? And
No, Rourke got drafted.
did he get but the 49ers, right?
I
Is
don't
it-
know if it was 49ers. I just know that it said first Canadian quarterback drafted in however long. So he might have went to the 49ers. It didn't show that. It was the thing. They showed that he got drafted and then it didn't say to the team that he got drafted to.
I think he went to the.
Well, we'll find that after. Let's keep rolling through this right now.
so this is the final tally. And now drum roll, Adam. Drum roll, please. So, Adam, our friends were in 4th place with 12 points. Anthony was in 3rd place with 15 points.
I don't want to talk about it.
Adam was in 2nd place with 16 points, which means AJ Wayj, aka your Rushmore king,
Cheat J?
You know what?
21 points.
For next year when we do
21
this,
Yep.
How convenient the person who made
Well,
this scoring system.
no,
won.
but it's just very important to. It doesn't matter how the scoring because he had no matter what you did with the scoring, he picked the most guys the right day and right round. That's
Yes.
the most important thing. Obviously, picking a
Yeah,
couple Cowboys players, you're gonna get shoot in.
What were you thinking for changing points then?
No, I think the points is good. I think just when you're picking players next year,
You got to think
an
that.
emphasis is just okay. I really need to pick the day that this guy's going to go on. More so than even if the Cowboys are going to draft him and where the Cowboys are going to draft him. You need to try to think of like
Okay.
I did Bond. I picked Bond.
Okay. So I would say this, though, as an institute, because again, I think I brought this up and then Alex was like, that's not how the rules are. And I was like, okay, well, I thought we were just...
whoa.
I'm just
Well, he
kidding.
throws. Let's hear what you have to say, Mr. Accusations.
I think ideally one player removed and one player added is completely, I fully agree with that. Only one switch for that. But I do think that because we're doing this all along every single week and stuff changes as it gets closer to the draft, I feel like we should be able to reorder. Like I would have reordered my board.
I do.
I could make
Why? Let me tell you
board
why.
adjustments.
Let me tell you why. Because it pays to wait a couple weeks before you start picking
But what
guys.
we were going for is we were saying, and this is where
And
I
maybe
think
we
it's
got to
screwed-
get a little more wiser when we see
No, next year-
Jalen
No,
War.
but
when,
next-
when we see Jalen in round 2 on PFF, maybe we can be a little wiser.
No,
and be like,
next year it goes. If we're doing a draft, that draft episode that we're doing a draft, you have to pick 2 guys. Like no
Each
matter what,
episode. Yeah.
each
So-
episode you got to pick 2 guys.
So that's what I
so
thought.
you have to pick your surefire guys, the
Right.
guys that you think are gonna go, and you have to be a bit smarter with it. This
take
is the
those picks for your first round. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Yeah.
You know what lost me it or didn't lose me it, but made me lose to ad? Taking Jalen Walker off there.
I know it did totally. So sorry, and maybe we don't do infinite moves, but I feel like you should be able. You could swap one player out, and then you can make like either one adjustment here or there. Like I just feel like we should be able to slide people.
You know
Because
what?
I actually would have slid Jackson Dart into the first round.
But
you didn't. Did you do a move?
Yeah, you
I
did.
pulled fucking.
You go, and I took him.
I
and
pulled
got
Gabriel.
0
I
for him.
pulled Gabriel out. Just swag official. Welcome to CanFan Maniacs. He was.
Hey-o!
problem.
yes.
Okay. Well, we can.
Yes, swag official.
I'm
Thank you.
open to. We like behind baseball. I'm open. Well, we'll discuss it, but I'm open to more moves. What I don't want is that you can be swapping guys willy nilly, and then the point of the Rushmore is you're etching it in stone.
No, I agree with
And
that.
that's the point of it. And making a decision early on a guy, that's my benefit to wait. You might actually take all the good players and then I'm fucked, but it's my benefit to wait in that scenario.
I'd
And
like
be
how.
like, okay, I'm going to pick these guys now because things have, think about Giante, guys. We were drafting him at 12 easily every single early draft.
Yeah.
And then he started to
Okay,
but I
slowly
s-
seep
but,
in.
but I still would have been better off putting him as my day 1
Absolutely.
just
yes.
for points.
But then, so I think we did some of these picks, and I can't remember the order. Some of our day 2 and 3 picks were early picks, and now it makes
Well,
more sense if you do your
okay.
day 1 picks.
We can go back in time and look at ads Blue and Martinez and me telling them those were not going to be day 2s. I will say that. I'll
No.
leave it on that. I'll leave it on that.
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Am I right?
You can. Hey,
Am I right? No, yeah, no.
Hey, all I know is you finished
it's
third.
three
So
I did finish third.
STFU. I
Because
will.
you picked Blue.
Okay.
You got blue, babe. Hey,
But he did it.
I
got
will
blue.
say. I will say. Yeah. If I didn't have blue,
You did hit on.
if you didn't have blue, you'd be
Ad only. So AJ, yeah, Ad had nice.
11.
Ad had a nice day 3 though.
Here's the thing.
Just his rounds were a little off.
And if you would have had I know. So you would have had a move. You would have probably moved Dart up into round 2. You would have moved Will Johnson back
if-
into round 1. Or
if
you
you
would have
could-
swapped those 2 picks, and then you would have got 6 more points.
If you could just
and 1.
If you
Okay,
could,
so
if you could nail.
That's
day
why I don't want you
3,
to do it.
yeah.
If you could nail day 3,
Day 3 is a big day.
But
day 3 is a big.
you
day.
can see I fucking fumbled. Out of all of us, I fumbled the hardest in day 3. I nailed day 1 and 2, and fucking 2
Wait
of
a
my players
second.
went undrafted.
Which day?
Oh, here
What-
it goes. Hey, get it off of here. Get it off of here already.
No, I think AJ just fucked up on the more. I think he just put D3 instead of R3 because he got.
Oh yeah,
He was
sorry.
a day 3,
He's probably
round 4. I think he was around 4.
he was a day 3 pick, but I
Like
just
round
fucked
4.
that up.
Okay.
So
So
I'm going through this with a 5. I'm just trying to
Yeah, he
find
was
my.
round 4. You're right.
I'm just
you're
trying to find my 1 point, baby.
right. So, anyways,
another-
it was fun, and I do agree. We can bring in
Wait
more.
a second. Go back for a second.
Maybe just
Yeah.
one.
To
Maybe
who?
just one
Go back.
adjustment.
Go
that's
back
all.
to Anth for a sec.
We do have one adjustment.
So
no, sorry.
is
one
this Ant?
roster. One.
Wait, shut up,
Rushmore
Adam.
thing to
Shut up
adjust.
for a second.
That's Teddy Roosevelt.
You have Ratledge as a green here, but you have him as a red. Here.
I know. I did the points based off of this one, so I
Okay.
fucked.
Hey.
So sorry, I did.
Hey, you should-
I did fuck
count
that
it
up.
up.
But count it up.
Count it up.
Well,
count it up.
well,
Wow.
no.
Yeah.
So
No. Yeah.
3, 6, 7,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's right.
Guess
Yeah,
who's
I just-
third? Guess who's
so-
third? Guess who's third?
Damn
Guess
it!
who's third?
I was just trying to
you
find-
are third.
I was trying to find my 1
You
point.
are third.
And I thought
You-
I fixed that, but obviously I didn't.
Guess-
Fuck! I'm gonna kill you,
Wait a
Canva.
sec. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Look, because I didn't even have Collins either, so I fucked that one up. But
Yeah.
let's just look at
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then when I did it on the other one, I only had 13 points.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like,
You
what the fuck?
fucker.
Collins was the other guy. Because
Oh, You know what? Okay, so another thing for points.
Yeah.
Another thing for points. This comment's about to be sponsored by Swag Official. He goes, LFG, finally a member, boys. Crack him if you got him. So thanks. That's $10.
Another super chat.
$10 super chat.
Swag Official spot. But the comment, he sponsored this episode.
I know for sure.
Swag Official has sponsored the 20K app.
So possibly maybe we do a bonus round, and if you not for any player, but if the Cowboys go UDFA and pick one of the people on your board, maybe there's a point. You get a point for that.
Which we proved it was hard enough because none of our guys got UDFA.
Yeah. So
You know what? So I thought about that, and I was like, I was gonna make the exact decision if it did happen, that I would have just given
bonus points.
Point J. But I think
Like a 2 or a 3 point.
yeah, if
bonus.
3 points,
it
I
has
was
to
thinking.
just be,
3
it has
points,
to be
fair.
Cowboys specific.
Yeah.
Only Cowboys.
Yeah.
Only if the Cowboys.
Okay,
draft.
we're ironing this out. I think the CanFan Mount Rushmore year 1 was a good adjustment,
Yeah, it
a
was
good
fun.
ad, and it was fun.
Look at that team. Are we going out?
We could. What we could quickly do, just let the music play. I was just gonna say a player that got drafted. A player that got drafted that you're kind of mad that the Cowboys didn't get or where he went, because a couple of and something I would like to look at next Wednesday is the drafts of each NFC East team.
Let's do that. Let's do
that. Okay, well,
Let's
add
say
it to
that
next
next
week. We'll add it to
Wednesday.
next week. We'll add it to
Okay,
next week.
Otherwise, we're gonna go for another fucking
yeah,
25
yeah,
No,
minutes.
it's not over yet, boys.
Okay.
Why?
Boots on the ground with a $10 super chat.
Shit, Bootsy.
Boots don't.
Can
do
we all
this.
take a shot of tequila to celebrate Swag Official going official? Here's to you, brother.
I gotta drive still. I can't do
I'll-
it. I gotta drive still.
Hey.
I haven't eaten. I have a 35-minute
Can
drive to do.
Can Riker play me a game of football?
Yeah, he can do whatever you
Okay,
want.
then let's
Yeah.
do a shot now.
Well, you guys got to do it for Bootsy.
Okay.
You guys got to do it for Bootsy.
Well, this is first of all, this is our King Bot G, our boy Boots on the ground.
And I made him a moderator.
Tell
today.
Boots.
Good.
Oh, good
Good
call.
idea.
Good effing call.
And-
Boots, I owe you. I'll put that in the kitty. I owe Boots a shot. I do owe Boots a shot.
we owe Boots a
More than
lot
that.
more than
Yeah, more than just a shot. So while these guys are getting it going, man, the draft was a fun time. We're just gonna keep going with this draft coverage that we do. Last year was fun. This year was even better. It's just gonna keep getting better and better. We appreciate everybody that joined along during the live streams during the draft weekend. We just have a great time chatting with everyone in chat and also with all our guests we had. Ring that bell, bitch. Ad sucks at ringing the bell. There it is. No, I think it's bad luck if you ring it and don't take a shot. So get them in there. You got the solo cuppies. Chat, we love you guys. We will be back. Are we going live Sunday? We don't know if we're going live Sunday. Possibly, possibly not. The Azazul is in the Hizake. Shoot him if you boot him. Down the hatch. This Azal, is it, what is it? How do you call it? What's this type of? Classa Azul is sponsored. Not only did Boots buy this bottle for the stewed, but he also sponsored that shot. All right, get over there, you sons of bitches. Okay, I'll call you guys. I'll call us out here. If you know anyone that isn't part of the CanFan of Maniacs and they're just walking around being Dallas Cowboys fans, but have never been here for a live stream, for any of our clips, for any of our hangouts, how about you go look them in the eyes and you tell them to go fuck themselves? Woo! Love all y'all.
Peace.
Can't believe AJ won the Rushmore. He did it though.
Cheater, cheater, cheater.